Not going to make beautiful markings like a steak on grilled vegetables. It's too much work. As long as you have long dark lines at least going in one direction. Did we do it? No, we didn't. So we'll leave those. A few more minutes. Same thing with the eggplant. I was a little premature in putting the stuff on the grill. I thought it was hot enough. There, that's hot. And that's a grill. And that's a grill. They're good. So the eggplant just cooks much faster, gets the color much quicker than the onion. At least over here where it's hotter. So we'll just move things. I'll leave it where it is. Close it again for about another minute. This takes a little time. It's a lot of items. But when it's all finished, you'll see how pretty the platter looks. I neglected to put one item, and a very important item. That's a carrot. The carrots taste good. They look good. I could go inside and get them. The only thing is, it's going to be just too many items to go on the platter. So as you see, and the eggplant is ready. So we'll take this off. Pieces that are soft. Nice. Let's see how the onion's coming. I don't want to hurt these too much. I just did. See, that's what you're not supposed to do. So maybe we'll just scatter the onions as rings all around. Yeah, we'll do it like that. It'll look better. After everything is laid out nicely, the onions will be separated, and the rings, you'll see how nice they'll look later. So now we have to go, let's get another item up there. And it'll be the zucchini. And the shallots, since they are thick, I'm just going to place them in the front here where it's not as hot, so they get a chance to cook. Everything smells good. Are we going to waste film on this? I guess so. And the onions, you want to separate them, let them grill nicely, since we're going to scatter them around anyway. They got to get cooked. This is taking longer than I expected. I should leave this thing shut and let it get nice and hot. Let's see if we're lucky, maybe some of the zucchini is ready. Oh, that's good. That's also good. That's very nice. yet. Good. Trying to figure out where the hot spots are on this thing. That's not good enough. A little bit more. So we'll remove the shallots. That's pretty. Leave it where it is. Let it cook. It's getting nice color. That's how they should look. And these are very tasty, roasted like this. That's done. It doesn't take long to cook the zucchini. Onions. Close it up for another minute. Anyway, we're going to get the carrots. The onions, that's it enough. Or else you'll be eating charcoal instead of onions. We'll put a few more items on there. Let's do the asparagus. They get done rather quick. We'll put the yellow squash. And then I'm going to have peppers and carrots. I think my favorite to grill are the asparagus. They taste the rest, and the shallots. But the rest, you know, the zucchini is nothing extraordinary. It just looks good. I'll get the mushrooms on here. Like I said, this is time consuming. Asparagus should be just about, that's it, they're done. These pencil thins don't take long, and you want to have a little something to bite into, not pieces of charcoal. Close this up for a minute. I think we should be ready to, that's good. So when they're like that, Turn them over. And the mushrooms, just turn them a little here and there. They don't take long. I'm going to make a grilled vegetable platter. Let's say you have 8 to 10 people over for dinner. You're making a small buffet, or you want to put out some appetizers. You can put this out. These are the items. The recipe's not going to be written down. Just take a good look at it. It could be a little different than this, but if you're using a zucchini, it has to be about that size yellow squash, the eggplant, nice long thin eggplant, pencil thin asparagus, small button mushrooms, not too large of a red onion, and some shallots. So there you have everything, and what I'm going to do is just cut the items, season them, and there won't be any garlic powder or onion powder because when you grill that they kind of burn. So we're going to use salt and pepper, and on some of the items I'm going to put a little oregano, and other items I'll put a little thyme, and others I'll leave alone, because when you're done you're going to go look at my recipe for the balsamic glaze, and after this is made, just before you present this to the guest, you take the balsamic glaze and you drizzle it all over everything. If you don't want to use that, that's fine. You could use whatever kind of dressing you think is appropriate that your guest might enjoy. So now I'll go about cutting the items. So first off, when you cut the asparagus, don't bang the tips, but just gently do that so they're all going to be the same size. Cut them, and that's what you use for the grilling. This, you could still use some of it cut up in small pieces and add it to your rice instead of just throwing this out like I'm going to do. So that's how you cut the asparagus. Then we're going to, these I can't toss in the pan because I might break them a little. So what we'll do is just drizzle a little olive oil over, and a little sea salt, and sprinkle a little pepper, and these are ready. So we'll just leave these in here because everything else will be mixed up in the bowl and then added. After the mushrooms have been washed, we'll put a little olive oil, a little pepper, a little salt, and I'm going to put a little oregano, dry oregano, and toss this. Now the mushrooms are ready to grill. You know, when you do the when you grill vegetables, you have to season them. They have to have a nice flavor. So let's do the shallots. I'm going to make believe that I just rinsed out that bowl, or have 2 bowls. Should have done the plain first. A little pepper, and I'm going to put a little thyme with the shallots. Why? Because when I cook shallots, sometimes there's time involved, and not a lot of time, just a few minutes. Haha, joke. Anyway, so and there should be enough oil left in there just to coat these, just a drop more. Okay, now that's ready. So now I am going to rinse this out. I have the zucchini, which you have washed, and we cut this on a little bias. And you can save that thick. The zucchini, I'm just going to put salt and pepper. Same thing, just throw the zucchini in the bowl, and we're going to toss it. Put a little salt, little pepper. Meanwhile, the grill should be getting hot because this takes more time. Well, the grilling is going to take time too. Just make sure nicely tossed, coated with oil. Then we're going to do the yellow squash, exactly the same as the green. As far as the eggplant, I cut it straight across, not on an angle. Same thickness, just like that. And I'm going to season it again plain. See, everything is set up, seasoned. Now we have to go outside and grill it. There's the pan with all the veggies and a much larger pan to put the finished product. So we don't have to pile everything on top of each other. We're trying to be a little neat. Have the grill turned up all the way, as hot as it can go. So we're going to start. Let me get the onions out of the way. And we can put more on there. The eggplant, it doesn't really matter what you do as long as you do it. The back of this thing is always hotter than the front. I think that's how it is on most grills, because the air is pulled in from the front and it's pushed out the rear. We'll close it for a second. And these little mushrooms, a couple of minutes more and they're done. They don't take a long time either. Of course you can eat mushrooms raw in salad, so you don't have to overcook them. Now we'll come back with some carrots and peppers, and we'll have way too much. So we'll fix up the platter so they're pretty. So when you're buying peppers, get long red peppers or yellow or whatever, and leave them whole, just slice down the side. Grill the pieces like this, so you don't have a lot of pieces to grill, and then you can very easily cut them. And the carrots on a bias, not too thick, because they take a long time to grill. And if they're too thick, you'll be here forever, and the outsides will probably be black. So cut them fairly thin. And there we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I don't know, 9 or 10 different items, which is good. It'll give us nice color. So let me close this up. Okay, let's see. I would think the peppers are ready. A little more color on that one. These two are good. Carrots. Nice. One minute and we're done. Well, I got all of the vegetables on the platter. Put the larger pieces in the back, around. There's the yellow squash, and the carrots up against the yellow squash, the zucchini, the shallots, the eggplant, the asparagus, the red peppers, the mushrooms, and then all over here, the grilled red onions. So we got everything. Now you take the balsamic vinegar, balsamic glaze, and you just drizzle back and forth. Or just take your favorite dressing, or just put a little balsamic, whatever you like. Anyway, that's enough right there. You have 12 people over as one of your items you can put out for your little reception, a grilled vegetable platter. Enjoy.